Other than being known for having trains that never run on time, Germany is also known for being extremely bad at building airports, like really bad, to the point where it took 14 years since the start of construction for the new international airport to complete, after pushing the original opening date from 2011 10 times until its day of opening on the 31st of October 2020. Before diving into why Berlin-Brandenburg Airport was released, we need to know why Germany was building the airport in the first place. Berlin used to have 3 airports: Tempelhof, Tegel and Schönefeld. Tempelhof and Tegel for West Berlin and Schönefeld for East Berlin. However, after the reunification of Germany, having 3 commercial airports for one city was not a good idea, both economically and for sound pollution. The airport's operator and owner, named Flughafen Berlin-Brandenburg, was shortened to FBB, was in charge of the entire construction operation and was mainly at fault for the massive delays with the construction of the airport. Berlin-Brandenburg Airport was built south of Schönefeld Airport in order to incorporate the Schönefeld Airport itself as Berlin-Brandenburg's Terminal 5, despite that there are no Terminals 3 and 4. Terminal 5 was closed in 2022, leaving Terminals 1 and 2 left open. The main airport building was to be constructed in a U-shape. Terminal 1 was built to cater for your legacy and full-cost airlines, and Terminal 2 for your low-cost airlines, with minor terminals for government purposes. After bulldozing 2 villages and relocating around 370 people to different towns, construction began in 2006. During this period, everyone thought that the airport would be finished on time, being state-of-the-art, with a public observation tower being built in 2007 and construction of the terminal finally starting in 2008. In 2009, the airport was given a second name, being Berlin-Brandenburg Airport Willy Brandt. Willy Brandt is the name of the former West Germany's chancellor. In 2010, the date of completion was pushed back by 6 months due to the looming bankruptcy of FBB and problems with the building, security and the fire suppression system, the latter of which would become a common reason for the postponement of completion. The second postponement of completion happened in 2011 when the first trial one was held, testing the usability of the airport with regards to the airport's check-in, security processes, boarding and baggage claim. This trial run also tested the infrastructure of the airport, which includes the baggage systems, security systems, escalators and finally the infamous fire suppression systems. 56.2% of these were quote-unquote reasonably successfully, which was the subject of many delays, corruption scandals and firings. 2012 came around and plans were drafted to open the shops and restaurants of the airport and plan for a huge logistics operation, moving people and trucks from the closing airports Tegel and Schönefeld by restricting the traffic on the highways, linking the airports together to strictly airport traffic only. But once again, 3 weeks before the planned moving and opening date, FBB announced another postponement to the opening day, citing concerns about the fire suppression system once again with problems with the smoke exhaust systems and the fire safety systems. As a result of this, and surpassing the original €3.1 billion budget by a third, the original technology director, Manfred Kürtgen, was replaced by Horst Amann after being laid off by FBB, announcing the next deadline being early 2013. In the same year, there was another postponement to later 2013 due to inspectors and builders finding more flaws within the infrastructure of the building. In 2015, allegations of bribery between a manager at Imtech, their electrical contractor, allegedly bribed a manager at the airport, which resulted in newspaper articles on corruption and between contractors and the FBB, which caused controversy, as well as more issues with construction, where the roof, nicknamed the Monster, was said to be at high risk of imminent collapse, prompting a 2-week shutdown of all construction work and replacing 600 fire protection walls, as the materials used provided insufficient protection against fire. The year 2016 came with many setbacks and controversy. First of all, one of 2 remaining airports in Berlin, Tegel, was reaching the expiration of its operating license, being a massive issue due to Tegel holding 60% of Berlin's passenger traffic. There are more problems with the fire suppression system, of course, and a department head at FBB admitted to taking bribes in 2012. A whistleblower who exposed Imtech of bribing airport officials was poisoned, however survived after a period of illness. Fast forward to 2019, the foundations that were used on the airport, consisting of limestone and sandstone, were shown to be not sufficient enough to hold the weight of the airport, resulting in more money being spent on constructing adequate foundations for the airport. In 2020, after issues with the foundation of the airport, worker strikes, and even more problems with the fire suppression system, the airport was finally opened in the 31st of October 2020 after being extremely over budget, and the remaining two airports, Tegel and Schönefeld, were closed down after a massive logistics operation transferring trucks, infrastructure and passengers over to the new Berlin-Brandenburg airport. Now, if there is at least one lesson we can learn from this 14-year airport construction adventure, it is don't mess up the fire suppression systems and say no to bribes.